What's up, guys? Today on Core Talk, we are going to be discussing a few things. It's going to be about purple, so it's going to be about my color. I'm Tom of BattleCore, also known as Detective. I'm a part of the Core Knights and the main fight team.
Main fight team words. So, guys, I'm back. It's Isaac, product lead on the development team and creative team.
What's up, everybody? I am Corey, also known as Mustang of the Core Knights, and I'm also the tournament organizer of BattleCore.
What's going on, guys? I'm John. I'm also known as Megalonica. I am the Grandmaster Judge, as well as one of the fight members in the Core Knights.
What's up, everyone? I'm Lily, also known as Toph. I'm a member of the Core Knights, as well as part of BattleCore.
Yeah, we definitely got a full crowd here. Normally we had like 3 people talking. We actually got 5 people. Everybody needs to discuss purple, apparently.
Yeah, we on your chops today.
The
You said
purple
the
train
problem.
keeps going.
But what decks are actually hitting tops?
Fair enough.
The purple train never stops chewing. I mean, they kind of down bad right now. You kind of hit like a break on your tracks recently, maybe?
Well, that's because everybody freaking built decks to counter purple, and everyone ignored the freaking white decks that were going to be a problem later on.
Do you blame them after what you guys did to us? The game hasn't started yet.
I'm already cooking more stuff. Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right.
So today, guys, we're back on the train of letting you guys know the different play styles, matchups, and thought processes of each color. Last week, we did red, and that was told by our boy, Isaac. So today, Detective Tom will let us know his thoughts on purple.
Alright. Purple, I don't want to call it straightforward. Purple is complicated because you have to time things. If you're playing core depletion, you have to time those core depletion plays. Otherwise, you're just wasting your cores paying for costs. If you're playing curses, you gotta attack properly, otherwise you're just gonna be sacrificing your units for no apparent reason. The other types of decks that are out there, I'll give a little shout out to like the vanilla purple decks. There's a vanilla purple deck that did pretty well. It played a Nexus, forget the name of the Nexus. But basically, whenever your spirit died on your attack's turn, you drew a card. So even though you were sacrificing that unit if they blocked, you drew a new card. And since you pretty much played all the free stuff, kind of like Red would do, you would just go douche, 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 swing, 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 swing,
So
swing.
definitely a go wide kind of board.
Yeah, it was a go wide deck. It was a shock type deck, but I'll give a little shout out to it because it sounded pretty interesting.
All right.
There's also like the I want to murder myself, but that's not going to be super good so far.
What?
I'm glad everybody's face kind of just like, what kind of deck names itself that?
I want to murder myself.
yeah.
Deck. What the heck?
Yeah, there's cards that have like I almost want to say Digimon effects on deletion effects.
On
destruction
destruction
effects,
Okay.
and then you've got immortal effects along with BattleCore, to where when you're killing your units, you can grab the BattleCore from the trash.
Bro, when you say I want to murder myself, I'm like, what the heck is this guy talking about?
Right, that sounds like my kind of deck.
So if you had to summarize, what do you think the overall playstyle of purple is?
Mostly currently right now it's core depletion and curse are like the 2 big things, where core depletion takes most of it because of the Baculus Curse Dragon combo. Most people just want to put that in the deck and say, hey, you wanted a board? No, you don't.
Well, I don't got nothing to say on that one because I'm going to say it. I've been wanting to say it. I'm going to say it now and get out the way. I'm glad y'all got y'all butts kicked in freaking
Vegas.
the lunch events. Honestly, y'all freaking deserved it. The way you guys came out at some of these pre-lunch events, tournaments, y'all was asking for it.
Says the white player who's
Okay,
currently on
I'm
top.
I got it out.
You got it out? You sound so spiteful.
Yeah. So what about your matchup?
You not going to
Yes,
glance
I am
over
spiteful.
this? You sound spiteful.
So
So what about purple's like overall matchups?
So if you're doing like a mirror match purple, if it's core depletion versus core depletion, or pretty much any purple deck versus any purple deck, the key will always be who gets out all their nexuses. Whoever gets their nexuses out will be able to get more hand advantage to deal with more of the core depletion. But if you're playing against core depletion versus like a curse deck, core depletion 9 times out of 10 is gonna end up winning, because what is Maduke gonna do when it loses all its cores all of a sudden? Its whole purpose is to have X amount of cores on it. But yeah, really for purple versus purple, nexuses out are key. If you don't have any nexuses out, you're going to end up losing, and that's how I lost a lot of my games, because I couldn't draw any of my nexuses.
So with that, is nexuses the most important part of a purple deck? You would say?
More than likely, yeah.
Because I know some builds, such as like red and white, we can kind of go without our nexuses.
Red and white, you guys can survive with like either seeing none or just one of your nexuses, but we would like to have like 2 of ours out, because we already pay our costs are a lot more hefty than everyone else's. So a lot of times, like, we're paying like for like a 3 cost where we only have 1 reduction, while most of everybody else's decks have a 2 reduction. A lot of your guys' cards have at level 2 is only 2 cores, but a lot of our level 2s are 3 cores. So ours are a lot more costly in that respect. So being able to have some nexuses on there for easier reductions and not having to have cores on our spirits for the reduction help a little bit. Plus, pretty much all our nexuses give us drawing effects, which is what we also need.
Especially since the majority of your creatures are weak and they probably die quite often.
Well, that's what Curse is for. Luckily, with Curse, if they die, you die with them. So it's like a suicide bomber.
So let me ask you a question. So, I mean, of course, spirits are the most key things you need in any deck. But, like, in terms of, like, ranking, what do you think... Let me rephrase my question. Do you think spells are almost as just important as your nexuses, or would you say your nexuses play bigger more?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Because I know a lot of your spells, like for example, the infamous Deadly Balance is like a good spell, you know.
Deadly Balance.
Good.
Deadly Balance.
Spike is coming out.
It will never die. I feel like it's gonna be 6 before that card gets
How much you think cost
overpowered out. That card is
3.
3? It costs 3.
It's a 3 with a 2 reduction.
Yeah, like
It's literally, if you're playing purple, it's a 1 drop. You pick one, I pick one, and if I have Immortal, I spring something back. Or if I don't even have
don't
one,
let me have none and you got one.
Yeah.
One for free.
Yeah,
Like,
basically. And then like things
But
like
again, that's like if I have Nexuses out and I have an empty board, I can just play it for
yeah,
one
right.
plus and one
It's
free.
it's pretty potent because like against a Nova player such as myself, I hate that card. Because Mojar only got like 2 to I only got like 2 to 3. If he just kills the other 2 and live always by himself, what is Nova gonna do? And then you have things like what Harrier. If you use the early game by itself, it's just like, oh well, I mean, all right, I'm gonna see you later, bye. And it's like,
so
peace out.
some of our magics are very important, but
Yeah.
we have a lot more Nexuses worth playing more than magics. Because we could play 4 Deadly Balances and then we'll play the other colors of other magics and everything and be perfectly fine. Because with purple, it's all our spirits' skill that are normally doing like the core depletion stuff.
Okay.
And most of them, but unfortunately, all their skills are normally when summon effects, which is very susceptible to Starville's Troll.
Okay. So
which is what a lot of people end up playing.
Yep.
So let me say this. Which I mean, Starville's Troll is a good card. Yeah, just red. Speaking red right now. So
yeah, but against what it's useless.
Hey man, stop shooting me in the foot, man. Hey, but so let me ask this question then. All right, like so since you deem Nexuses to kind of just be, I guess, the key part of a purple deck, what do you think was the kind of the star player of the Nexuses?
The star Nexus?
No, the star player. Like, what do you say is like the MVP of Nexuses?
What's the best Nexus?
Yeah,
is trying to say.
Oh, that's what I said. You said the best Nexus, right?
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely 100% Netherland Depths.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was gonna go there.
It could literally be played in any deck because I'm sorry, you rest any spirit, your opponent rests any spirit, you draw cards.
Yeah.
You put it up to its level 2 effect, you basically give all your spirits a curse effect.
Yeah. Yep. It's like I've said this before, guys, and I'll say it again.
It is prime burning first target.
Yeah, that's number one. That's
Andromeda, is that what it is?
Andromeda, I've heard called Andromeda prime. But the thing I said before, and I'll say again, just for you playing the game, you draw cards with that Nexus. Like they have to go sideways. You can't attack while being already like standing up. You can't do that. You have to exhaust it to swing at life, guys. So like.
That's why I can't wait to get that charge beam, the green card that rests my opponent's spirit, so I can draw cards.
Nasty.
And those are sets away. That is sets away.
That is nasty. Yeah.
No, that's one set away.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
EX is next.
Flash timing. Rest the other two. Draw 2 cards. Now they can't attack. Like
no, it's simultaneous, so
it only draw one.
But it's still. I rest 2 units. I draw a card. I just take so much advantage from that.
Yeah.
Set away.
It is. Sets away.
So I guess let me ask this.
Sets away, right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's the Gundam set.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was on set 2.
No.
No. The EX1 set is the one with the green bird.
Yep.
And then the green child.
The Gundam collab set was June.
Oh.
In July?
Oh,
July,
sure,
June.
July.
Yeah, June, July. Something like that.
Something with a J.
J's.
It's set up for set 2 launch.
I still have. I'm pretty sure I still have the video saved. We'll check afterwards,
Regardless
guys.
of what it is, green's coming out, and somebody getting turned sideways.
Hey, don't say it like that, yo.
And they yeah. Green's coming out, somebody getting turned sideways, and you don't have an option.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling white ain't gonna like green.
No, we like them. We like them a lot.
These guys can block well rested.
We like them a lot.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You know, I ain't trying to go too far off, but you know what we did for green way back in the day? Oh, y'all was resting us? Clever machines. Block while rested. Keep swinging.
Yeah.
Come on over here.
That guy's an OG card from the original Battle Spirits. Like clever machines. Oh my gosh. Oof.
I love
Was that a magic or a nexus?
That's
No,
a
that was
creature.
archetype.
That's an archetype.
That was an archetype?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so cool.
Oh my god.
All right. So back to the previous topic about purple.
Let me ask this question to no longer the detective himself, but to everyone else. Let me ask this question: why did you guys not play purple? Because we all just talked about how potent it was, and everyone had to prepare for it. Basically, what Full is basically going in. But why did you guys not do that?
For me as a yellow player and coming from Digimon, I like low cost rush.
Okay.
Yellow did that the best.
Okay.
So, and purple was a bit too complicated. It hurt my head.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. It is a brain teaser where you actually have to think about what
To
play
me,
you want to make.
To put it in other card game terms, I'm out here swinging Unga Boonga with something like Kagero from Vanguard. He's playing darker regulars.
So I guess from mine is I'm a defensive type player, and not just defensive as in the aspect of they have armor and they can block and they have blocking skills, but just the feeling that my creatures or the color or deck or archetype can put up a wall while I mentally fortify a plan for 2 turns later, 3 turns later. I feel safe behind that color. I feel safe behind white. When it comes to purple, I don't feel that protected. I don't feel that safe. Even though they have skills to destroy the board, I feel like I'm always on toes because it's like, I just board wipe this guy. But they come back and get me. If I block, I'm gonna lose on creatures. But in white, it's just kind of like, I got armor, I got blocking skills. While we're over here doing this, you think of what's happening next. I got y'all. I just feel protected, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get overwhelmed in like a matter of seconds, especially since Purple's units are kind of soft.
You brought up some really good points, and I think this would be a good time to like talk about more when we discuss, later the white plays. To watch out for guys, because that was a really good point he did for white. I have some questions for that later. So what about you, John? Because you're a person that came from Digimon and was also part of the purple train in that card game, but yeah, you yeeted over to the Chibis.
Honestly, it's for a change of pace because I felt that it played too closely to what I'm already used to, and I like a change of pace between card games throughout my entire card career.
Okay.
Because I've been through Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, Y Shorts, Digimon.
You got quite the resume, man.
Oh yeah,
you've been around the block.
And I like to vary my plays up a lot, but I also tend to go towards the more spell-heavy decks because I like that spell slinging aspect because it puts like you're playing 2D chess while I'm playing 4D chess out here because I need to play around not only your creatures but what's in your hand as well and future plays that I can put out, and that's the stuff that I enjoy wrapping my brain around.
Interesting. Okay. That's pretty first statement. So like basically essentially what I got is that if someone went to play purple and it said they were considering it as the color, if you like I guess big bang strategy and you don't like to and you like to kind of think in depth, that's purple something that you might want to go with, is what I'm hearing. Because it seems like if you like beating people down and rushing them down, purple's not for you. If you want a more solidified defensive play style, and I guess want to make sure you block your opponent out the game, purple's not for you. And so what are your thoughts about that, Detective? Like what are you saying? What are you thinking?
I mean,
you thinking too much?
Purple is a very good controlling type aspect deck.
Okay.
You control the cores. If you play Curse, you're kind of controlling the board a little bit because you're either forcing them to either take the life or to sacrifice one of their guys. Because most of the Curse units are weak. So it's more than likely a suicide mission.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, it's the same way in Digimon. We have retaliation, which is basically the equivalent.
And then if you add Maduke into the combination of Curse and everything, then with the Blood Curse, can't really swing. Maduke will block and take one of your lives with you, and it'll keep doing it.
Okay.
And don't let this man get two of them out there.
Oh yeah, that's even worse.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
I was choosing between an N that was already written in the stars.
So what about you?
Oh, me? Why didn't I not play purple?
Yeah.
You right. Yo, I'm just a hater. I'm just a hater. Because, let's be real here. So, I play red because red is my favorite color. Let's be honest here. I've played red in maybe every card game. In Gate Riddler, played red. In Yu-Gi-Oh, I played fire until, it was too expensive to play. And then, in Card Fight Vanguard, I played Kagero until Great Nature came out, where I got the Tiger. And in Digimon, the small time I wasn't there, I played red. I just played red because it's my favorite color. But not just that. Because, purple was I was thinking about. But then I just saw so many people hop on that train so quick. Yeah. It's if W Express were heading out there, free dubs, it would just so many people.
You know what? Good stuff about the train hopping. This is something that'd be really good for you to answer to end the podcast. This is a very important question. Okay, I gotta get to the edge of my seat for this one.
Oh no!
You know I never talked about the other color matchups either, right?
Oh yeah. But but what I'm about to tell you, what I'm about to ask you, will definitely help for the rest of these color matchups, because this is very important. Launch events. Prior to launch events, dog watering every color, just dumpster diving.
God dang you!
There was you saw purple
fear,
and y'all just wrecked people even with armor.
A symbol of fear.
Now it's full of an Enterprise deck. What's y'all answer now? What's y'all reply now? White said they had enough. They came to the lunch event and gave y'all everything that y'all gave out. What's y'all answer now?
Do you think purple's on life support now?
Because
you think so?
not just whites playing full, Red playing full.
Yes, sir.
Yellow playing
Yes,
full.
sir.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, I even seen some purples playing full.
Yes, sir.
I seen some people put enterprise in their side deck. What's y'all answer now?
So for just those two, the best. There's a few answers. There's Curse, there's Netherland Depths, and weirdly enough, there's Maduke. You have Maduke on the field. You have 5 cores on it, not at its level 3. You swing at it. Maduke blocks. You take a life. Maduke swings. You take a life because if you block, you're either sacrificing the fulla that you have, or you're sacrificing more life, and Maduke's just gonna restand.
What's Maduke's skill?
Yeah, there we go.
Maduke has at level 2 Blood Curse, which takes 3 cores. So best to get a Maduke at between 3 to 5 cores. Gives it more lives.
Just in case nobody knows what's blood curse.
Yeah. What Blood Curse does is when this spirit dies by your opponent, you can pay 1 core from Maduke. Maduke restands, and you also trash 1 of their lives. So it's very potent, especially because even if your opponent has Ice Shield, they don't have any cores in the reserve. That even though that Ice Shield can proc and you can pay the payment, you do not gain the life back because the core went to the trash and not the reserve. And if you swing with Maduke, Maduke's level 1, 2, 3 effect is all Curse and Blood Curse units put the cores that they take from the life into the void.
Did you know that?
No, that's not exactly true. The wording on this says place a core from the reserve into your life. So as long as you have a core in the reserve, you can place that core into the life.
That's what Tom
That's
was
my
saying.
whole point.
Right?
If you don't have any cores in the reserve,
Gotcha.
because Blood Curse puts them in the trash.
Right.
Sorry, the way you phrased it sounded like you don't like even if you have one.
So wow, did you know that card? I know that.
Yeah. I knew. Because
And its level 3 ability, if you combine it with my favorite boy, Camelot Knight, put 7 cores on Camelot Knight. I'm making an exaggeration. Have 6 cores with Maduke. You swing with Camelot Knight, that's only max 2k. You block him, he dies. He now has Blood Curse because of Maduke's level 3. Restands, you pay a core, you take another life.
dang.
Holy crap! So that's basically your answer to the meta right now.
It can help. Netherland Depths is also a very good choice
It
because
always will be.
you put 3 to X amount of cores on there. You can remove it. He chooses to block with the Enterprise. You pay the core, blow it up. If he's blocking with Elephant, you don't have to pay the core off of it. Let your unit die. Elephant's done with. Now swing again.
Well, there's his answer to white.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just for the community, what about red?
Red is somewhat difficult. Just say goodbye to your Nexuses. Just don't even bother playing them. Because they've got basically 8 cards. They got about 8 cards that just say go fuck your Nexus. So it's unfortunate. So you got to play a little bit different strategy. But luckily, with red, they're very susceptible to the core depletion.
Yo, man, leave me alone.
And even worse, say your opponent's playing Pterosaurs,
Leave me
I'll
alone.
drop him another Maduke down too.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, confront. Okay. Block with Maduke. Maduke restands. Take 1 of your lives.
So we're moving on.
Yeah.
How about yellow?
How about yellow? How about us over here?
Yellow. Let's talk about yellow.
Yellow is actually a weird matchup because core depletion works very good against yellow, but against Curse, yellow probably has a higher advantage because of all the DP minuses. Because even if you have Maduke on the field, Maduke's effect only activates once and it's dead. You could have 12 cores on it, and it could still only activate once and then tossed into the trash.
Goodness.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
So core depletion is much better against yellow. So you need to actually have a balance between both the archetypes in order to be able to fight all the types of decks.
I can kind of see that. So what do you think are like? What do you think is like the key cards? I guess because I know we discussed some of them before, but like things that you absolutely want to see in your purple deck. Like we talked about Netherworld Depths is a really good card. We talked about Deadly Balance, really good card. Like
the Nexuses, any of the Nexuses, I would assume.
Yeah, like what do you like? Let's say I'm right? I dabbled in purple maybe in like Battle Spirit Saga, and I've been about Battle Spirits. Sorry, not Saga. Man, that's a tongue twister. So I don't know too much about it. But let's say you were trying to convince me to join the purple train, right? And you trying to spit game. You're like, yo, man, look, here's the cards you absolutely want to have.
Imagine you flirting.
Imagine you trying to take me out to dinner as a Battle Spirits player. Like, what do you
Trying
want
to
to
take it to the purple club.
There are a few cards, and I'm going to say two particular cards.
Come on, lower your voice.
Talk smooth to me. Talk smooth to me.
It's Baculus, because his on summon is.
Tom, you're terrible at this. You take me out to dinner, you gonna talk to me.
Talk to him like this. You see, Isaac. We got Belgor.
No.
He comes back from the trash.
Beldegor is great. He's amazing. But Baculus is probably everyone should have it in the deck. Not just purple. Red could have it in the deck. Yellow could have it in the deck. White could have it in the deck. Because it's on summon. Everybody puts all their cores down to 1. That hurts a lot of decks.
Yeah. And you were definitely talking to me about that.
The other card, you want me to say Curse Dragon. It's not Curse Dragon.
He's
Deadly
not
Balance.
Deadly Balance.
Yes,
Deadly Balance is another card that could basically be played in every single deck.
Okay. So is that like one of the key cards you want to have in a purple deck too? Deadly Balance for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
That's definitely a card. Like, I would even put it in a red deck. Mix it with the Flamefish. On deletion, kill 4K.
Is the fish activate on destruction by opponent or just
No, just on destruction.
You sure?
I thought it was by opponent.
I think it's by opponent.
No, I'll show you right now.
Like,
well,
this is side tangent.
Yeah.
It's a side
we
tangent.
can look it up. Look it up.
Yeah, we'll look it up. They'll give confirmations later.
but yeah, so we have Netherworld Depth is something you want to see in a purple deck. Baculus is something you want to see in a purple deck. Deadly Balance is something you want to see in a purple deck. So like what is it like maybe one more card that you want to absolutely see in a purple deck? And holy crap, guys, he's right. It actually it's just on destruction.
Yeah, it says when
my
destroyed,
God.
as long as it has the soul core.
Wow. Okay.
Probably Netherland Depths.
Okay.
Even though a lot of people try to counter it with Rocket City, you don't need to. Rocket City only affects you on your turn. So if they're tapping units on their turn, you're drawing cards and you're not worried about it.
This is the talk of an experienced player. Okay. All right, guys. I think like we did a pretty good job kind of wrapping down and like discussing what key cards you want to see really in your purple deck. Like, I'm surprised you didn't say Curse Dragon you want to see in every purple deck.
Curse Dragon is a cool card to have in your Court of Depletion deck.
Okay.
But the basically key cards for purple are those 3 key cards.
Okay.
The key Spirit, the key Magic, and the key Nexus.
Okay. Got you. So, okay. All right. Fair enough. So, guys, thanks for coming up to our talk again today. We talked about purple, how we, what decks we want to construct, who's perfect for the job, who's not perfect for the job, how it fits in the meta, and what's the current answer to like the current meta, which seems to be white. The Enterprise and full of .exe deck. So,
Yes, sir.
So thank you again for coming up to our talk today. Hopefully this helps you guys determine whether or not you're a purple player or you're part of my team, #Team Red. All right, always welcome to players.
Leaving us yellow players out here in the dust, man.
Yep, White Knights. White Knights.
Oh, man, that kind of rolls the tongue. That kind of rolls the tongue.
Yellow mages.
Yellow mages.
Bro, yellow is cute and fluffy.
Nah, Red dragons, baby.
Nah, one of these
Right,
days,
'cause that's
one of
all
these
y'all
days-
Leave me alone.
One of these days, y'all gonna be killed with by the cuteness, and you're gonna regret
Hey,
it.
yo, chill, Godspeed. All right, relax. But thank you guys coming again today. All right, I will let our glorious leader lead us with the outro, my guy.
All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming today and listening to us chat it up. It was great having you guys with us. We will see you guys on the next one. As Battle Spirits like to say, let the core decide your fate. And BattleCore likes to say,
Let the course decide your champion.
and we will see you guys on the next
I
one.
said that wrong.
Keep that in. That's funny.
See you guys on the next one. She'll get it next time. Peace out.
Listen,
Or will she?
hey.